This video is for anyone who wants to try and repair the turn signal or hazard switch in a 2001 Audi A4 B5. This is the piece in question. And I've started this video showing the removal of the front cap, which needs to come off before you slide the back end out. And if you look on there, you can see there are some little tabs on the on each side that you will have to just basically pry a screwdriver in to the area just in here, but there's a little notch. Just pry it in between there and lift it enough to get this second tab out. This needs to be removed first before we slide the back end out. So if you go to step 2, which is to step 2 is to take a screwdriver and very gently put it in here and lift that little tab enough to where then this assembly, you can stick another screwdriver in here and perhaps pry it out, and it slides back just a little bit first. So now that we're in here, this is looking down on the unit. Let me do this right. So you've got two modules here, and if you look very, very closely, let's see if I can get the camera and the light in there. Okay, so this right-hand module has two contacts. You have one here, and then you got one. Come on now. Until I need a thing. So get some light in there. Okay, so the right-hand one has two contacts down in there, and then there's one on this side. The left-hand one, and that one is for the hazards. I went down and I plugged it in and I turned it on, and it cycles back and forth. The left one here, on the driver's side, if you will, has only one contact, and when you actuate it, the focus isn't going to work. Bummer. I so need a tripod. When you actuate the turn signals, it will take that tab contact and on either side, and it sucks it outboard and makes another contact. Now, if you look in there, you don't have a lot of clearance, obviously. There's my light. I've ordered a new one for about 20 bucks, but I want to get around until that gets here. So what I plan to do is I'm going to take some electronic cleaner, and it comes with a little tab. It's just, it'll put some liquid in there, which is not bad for the electrics. And then I'm going to try and scrape it with either a pick, which I have here, a nice pick, which is actually some old dental tools. You go online and just Google dental tools, and you'll find for like 15 bucks you can get a bunch. They're a great little set to have in the house. You'll use them more than you think. The other thing I'll try and do is I'm probably going to go at it with like a very, very, the tip of like an X-Acto knife blade. And I'll just do a little bit of scraping, but you got to be careful because those tabs, you don't want to bend them, obviously. And then hopefully it'll work. But what's happening with mine is it actuates. I turn on the directional and it will move the tab. I went downstairs and put it in. So it moves the tab and makes contact, but then it doesn't release it. So the solenoid's working and it's pulling the tab in, but it's not making enough current to trigger something so that one would release it and make it tick back and forth and back and forth. The hazard side, the right hand side, works just fine. So hopefully if I clean that just a little bit and scrape it, and maybe then I can get enough contact going through it to clean it up. Reassembly is just the opposite. You put this back in and you slide this in and into there, and then from the front you could just press your actual switch cover on. Now on mine, one last little point. Knowing where, take a good look at this and see where the edge of the switch is, and because when you go to remove this from your car, you're going to be like, geez, how do I get it out? And these tabs, they weren't really hooked into anything. They're just kind of pried. They just see how they're just held like that. So either I didn't push mine in as far as I needed to, and this didn't click out, which is fine, because removable, I would have to find a way to push this in. I didn't have to do that. What I did with mine is between the red switch and the housing on the left side here, I was just able to stick a pair of needle nose pliers just barely in here on this side and between here and here. Some needle nose pliers give it a good firm grip and just yank and it came out. I watched another video, guy did that too, so good luck with that, and if you can repair your switch and save some money, that'd be great. Cheers.